Hey, this is Aryan from 27 Collective. Today we're gonna learn how to create post relationships between different post types in Voxel. So for this example, we're gonna relate these two post types, places and events, which you can see in front end here. So these are places and these are events. Basically, we want for each place to be able to host different events and to display those events in its listing page. So let's edit the places post type first. Go to fields and search for post relation and add it to the used fields area. We're gonna name this select events, and we're gonna pick the events post type. For the relation type, we're gonna pick has many because we want each place to be able to host many events. Down here, we can limit relationships between posts from the same author or any user on the site. For this example, we're gonna limit to the same author. And we're gonna set a custom relation key. Let's type places events. We're gonna need this relation key later on. For now, let's proceed. So now that we have created the relation field, I'm going to edit a place. And here we see the field, and in the drop down, we can select different events that we have created. We're not gonna do that just yet. Let's go to events post type now, edit it, go to fields, and likewise, add a post relation field here. This time we're gonna name it select place. And for the relation type, we're gonna select belongs to one because we want an event to be hosted by one place. We're gonna pick the places post type, which is related to. And for the relation key, we're gonna type the same relation key we used in the other post type. So places events. The reason why we use the same relation key is for the two fields on the two post types to be synchronized with each other. So changes in one affect the other and vice versa. Let's save changes. And now we're gonna edit this event, and we can see the post relation field here. We're gonna pick a place and save changes. Let's now edit this place. And we can see that the event is automatically selected because we have synchronized the two fields using the same relation key. So our relationship between the two post types is created, and now we're going to work on the front end to display those relationships. So each place can host many events, and we want to display those events in the place listing. So we're gonna do this here at the bottom. Let's first add a heading and type hosted events. And next we're gonna add the post feed. I'm gonna pick source to filters, pick events. And let's limit the number of posts to 3 and enable the load more button. So right now this feed is displaying all the events, but we want only those that are related to this listing to be displayed. To do that, we use the post relation filter, which we haven't created yet. Let's first save changes and go back to the backend. I'm going to edit events, go to filtering. Let's add the post relation filter, and we're gonna name it related place and select our field as source. Save changes. Back to our template, I'm going to select the post feed widget. Under filters, I'm going to add the filter that we just created. And for the default value, we're going to enable dynamic tags and pick post ID. So essentially, we are filtering all events based on the relationship to the current post. Save changes. Let's now reload the listing in front end. And we can see one event is appearing here. So it is the same event that has been selected. The next thing we're gonna do is hide this section that displays hosted events if there are no related events. To do that, let's scroll down and select the container, which contains the post feed and this heading. And we're gonna apply a visibility rule by going to Voxel tab, visibility, hide diff, and as conditions, select dynamic tag, search for select event, and you can pick any of these dynamic tags that are related to this field. Let's pick ID and check if it's empty. Save changes. So at the moment we have one event. Let's edit the place and deselect it. And when we view the listing, that section is removed completely. The next thing we're going to do is display the place on the event listing. So because places could host many events, we used post-feed to display each event. On the other hand, each event can only be hosted by one place, so it's not necessary to use post-feed. We can instead use dynamic tags to display the related place. So let's edit the single post template for events. And let's say we want to display the logo of the place and the name up here. Let's add a container. And inside this container, I'm going to add an image widget. And let's set the width and height to 80 pixels, or maybe something lower, 60. And I'm going to apply 50% border radius. I'm now going to add a heading widget inside the same container. Then select the container and set the direction to horizontal and align items to center. So basically we want to display the place logo here and the place name here. Let's select the image widget and enable dynamic tags. And to pull the place logo, let's go to post, go to our field, select place, find logo, and select file ID. Save changes. And now let's work with the text, enable dynamic tags, and we're gonna type hosted by, and go to post, select place, title. Save changes. Let's work with the styling a bit and maybe reduce the logo a bit further and the space between the logo and the text. Save changes. So now the name and the logo of the related place is being displayed here. Let's work with it a bit more. First, I'm going to set the object fit to cover, so the logo is not deformed. And another thing we want to do is set the logo to link to the place listing. So to do that, we select the image widget. In the widget options, set it to custom URL link, enable dynamic tags, and find post, select place, permalink. Save changes. Let's test it. So when we click on the logo, it sends us to the place. So we have established the relationship, and when a user creates a place, they can select an event, or when they create an event, they can select a place.